Hey everybody, this is Malachite of ZMR. I hope you enjoy the following video. This 4th of July weekend, me and my family went up to the Silver Lake Sand Dunes, which is a popular destination here in Michigan, where you can drive your all-terrain vehicles on the sand and it's very fun and great. Now, the weekend prior to this camping trip, me and my dad were working so hard to get my new red Jeep working. I'll put a picture on screen. It is a beast and I love it. And we get it up there this weekend we get it up there after spending all weekend fixing it. And after only one lap around the dunes, it broke. It's really discouraging. The same day, we found a person who had a part to fix it. We're like, great. We drove up there. We got the part. We came back. We put it in. And we got a good 2.5 hours out of it until it broke again. So you know what my dad did? He woke up at 6 in the morning to travel over an hour back home just to get the proper parts. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy to do all of this, but because we got that Jeep fixed for the third time, I got to pick up a couple of cute girls on the dunes and do my little Riz thing. So it's almost always worth it to do the hard work, even when you don't feel like it. So I want to show you how me and my dad got that work done on the 4th of July. My first piece of advice is to get a small win as soon as physically possible. As you can see, I'm doing my morning stretches here. I do this very first thing at the very beginning of the day, every single day. I do not skip it. I have to do it. It is necessary. Now, most people say, well, it is not literally necessary to stretch. Yes, you are correct. But this is how I get my small win at the beginning of the day, is I do these stretches, and it brings me closer to my goals. For example, I'm trying to dunk a basketball, and this is going to get me closer to that. Gives me that little small win and that extra motivation to just boost me forward for the rest of the day and give me the momentum I need to keep going. Because sometimes the monster that you have to take on that day is so big that you don't even know how to tackle it. And sometimes you just got to chop off its big toe. That's all you can do. And you know what? That's just okay because it is still taking down the monster. It's just one piece of the larger process. My second and arguably most important point is you have to decide. Doing the hard work is not something that just happens. You do not just stumble upon yourself going and reading that difficult book that everybody says is really good, but you don't want to read. You have to decide that this is what you want to do. And if you don't know, decide in etymological terms means to cut off, which means any other path that could be, you have to decide to get rid of that. So if you're deciding that you're done with alcohol, that means now you can't go to bars where you know people are going to drink because you know you won't be able to control yourself in all of those things. You have to decide that you're done and make that promise to yourself and keep it. And that's the most important part, is keeping it. And if you have to, tell all of your friends what your goal is and that you're going to do it. And that way, when you inevitably fuck up, if they're good friends, they will shame you and they will tell you, bro, why'd you fuck that up? And that will give you the short-term feeling of regret that you need to move past this obstacle. This topic itself, I could go over for a whole 10 minutes. So if you want a video on this by itself, leave a comment below. And my most important point for this video is to balance intentions, because what I didn't tell you guys is that the Jeep broke for a third time after I drove those cute girls around. But did me and my dad go to fix it? No, because we knew that the best way to spend the rest of our vacation was with each other. I hope you enjoyed.